damn it, that's so light. I meant to.
Man, I've had the same headache for days.
That's the worst.
Wait,
Are we? I think we're
We're
live.
live.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Internet.
Hello.
Welcome. We are the Knights of the Drunk Watch, and we are here discussing
Yes.
episode 4. Yes?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm putting my booty in Audie's face.
Of House of the Dragon.
Episode 5.
Episode
Whoa.
5, I'm sorry. Of House of the Dragon. We light the way, and we're getting hyped for episode 6 coming up. I'm Audie.
I'm Travis.
Thomas.
I'm Kate.
Boone.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Mark.
And we are the Knights of the Drunk Watch.
And now our talk begins.
All right. If this is your first time here with us, before we get started, hit that subscriber button, hit the notifications bell. For dogs, if you love dogs, hit that subscriber dog.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Yeah, sorry.
Pfeiffer.
All right. I will say one thing real quick about
Title of the
like a
episode.
generalized.
We like the way.
No, we light the way. I think this, for me, this is what I'm gonna call like the Golden Crown episode. That's my dog. She's about
Sorry
to
about that.
go in the
Can we
bedroom.
let them outside or?
Yeah. All right. So I'll say like when you watch some shows, you might be like, oh my god, watch this show. It's so awesome. And sometimes the first episode will hook you. Sometimes you say, get through the first season and it'll get better. But when I was showing Game of Thrones to people, I would always say like once you get to the Golden Crown episode, which is like episode 6, like that's the one that like you've got through all the exposition and it really hooks you in. And I feel like that's what this episode
Oh
was.
shit episode.
Yeah.
Like finally we know
Oh,
who everyone is, we
yeah.
know all the relationships, and we're like, oh crap, things are going down. And it is now ready to build up to the climax of the season.
So now we get to know who cleans the privy.
So I'm the only one hooked by the incest at the end of episode 1, Game of Thrones.
If you
No?
like this.
I mean,
No,
no, it's not even that.
Isn't that why
It's not
Martin
that.
wrote
It's
it?
the pushing of Bran out
Yes,
the window
there
that
you go,
hooks
there
you.
you
Sorry,
go.
go ahead, Marcus. Though.
Yeah, no, I mean that's about it. I feel like that's how it was. I mean, because remember the week before, everyone kind of felt, oh, not a lot happened, but it was character development, which is it was all a setup for this now, because this all came down to Rhaenyra versus Alicent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like. So I don't have nuggets, but I just felt like the thing that I remember from the episode is how fucking tense we were throughout the whole wedding. Like, I think they played on that so well or the whole like ceremony, because this wasn't even the
They
fucking
trained
wedding
us
yet.
well.
It's the wedding
Right.
feast.
Yeah,
And-
it's the
and-
rehearsal dinner.
And so, like, but also, it was a lovely party. So, like, we were
Yeah.
having fun with them. Like, they were enjoying themselves. We were enjoying them enjoying themselves. But
Speaking
also,
It was a
like,
real nice clam
"Ooh,
bake."
we're gonna,
Yeah.
someone's
It's a real
gonna
nice
die."
clam bake.
Well, because Rhaenyra, like it's like her and Lenore. It's like they felt they found a way to make their marriage work. They're
Right.
like, we will dine as we see fit. We'll do our marital duties. We'll get together once a month when we need to do that. But then otherwise, we'll dine when we see fit. And I gotta
The
say,
beards
As
fucked
we
it
see
all
fit.
up. The beards
I-
fucked it all up for me.
I think what made that wedding so exciting was the editing. I really
Yes.
hope they win Best Editing for this, because that editing was phenomenal.
So I do want to address this because the internet is, and I am also behind the internet on this, but the Corlysses did not have to show up so hard. Like, they came in looking so good, so on point. All of them were perfect. It was incredible.
That
They, like,
shot was
squad
one that
walked
they
in.
used for all of the teaser trailers
Yeah.
for months. They've been using that shot of them entering for months as the teaser trailers.
It was great. It was great. Great episode for the Corlysses. Sorry, Lenore.
There was a lot that happened before the wedding feast, and like if you thought good things were going to happen by the end of that episode, you weren't paying
Yeah.
attention at
Wait,
the
who are
very
you
beginning
apologizing to?
where Damon stepped
Sorry
in
for Lenore, who
and
didn't have a good
mastered
time
his
at
own
the wedding.
destiny in the veil real quick.
That's right.
Oh,
like
God.
he
If y'all
literally
expected good things, now,
he
Is
killed
that
his
how
wife.
that episode started?
I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he-
was the first thing that
Damon-
And
happened.
the whole internet was like, "That's fine. We still love him."
Damon took his destiny by the fucking
Yeah,
reins.
And he did
And
not say
murdered
a
his
single
wife.
word. When I rewatched it, I realized that he did not say a single word that entire scene. He just stood there with his little cloak.
It was
She
great.
said a lot, though.
Yeah.
She
And
said
I
a
think
lot.
I was kind of poo-pooing it as like, no, we're misreading it, but she made a lot of comments about his inability to
Yeah.
perform.
Yeah, I'm wondering about
So
that.
I think it's not just, oh,
Maybe
I'm
he can
not
only
hot
get
for
it
you.
up for Rhaenyra. Maybe that's it.
Well, no, I don't think you could get it up for Rhaenyra.
You
I
don't
think the
think
only
so?
one you can get it up for is the whore.
You
Because
think
he
so?
was pounding the
Sex
whore
worker.
in the first episode. I can't remember her name.
I
She's
think
been
he can
gone.
only get it up whenever.
She's not the white worm, though, is she?
Yeah, she's the white
yeah,
worm
the
now.
white worm.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think he's a.
I will be horribly
He works off of
disappointed.
power. If
I-
somebody's down with him, then he's
I will
not.
be horribly disappointed if he can't get it up because, like, the tension with Rhaenyra is so good, and I accept no criticism.
No, I mean, I don't think you can criticize.
And there was a bunch of memes that were like the Lannisters looking in on all the fans being on board with Targaryen incest. Because all the fans were like, "This is fine."
But I feel like all the fans are. I mean, if we are all the fans, are not even just "this is fine." It's like this is as it should be.
Please
Like,
be
come on.
together.
No, but that scene had so much carry through, not just in what he did, but why did he do that? He
Yeah.
freed himself up. Let's say it from this point of view.
Yeah.
He freed himself up so that he could be Rhaenyra's
He's the
husband.
smartest-
Because he said in the
So he could be
previous
Rhaenyra's
episode,
husband.
he
Yeah.
told
Marry
the
her
king,
to me.
marry her
Yep.
to me.
Yeah,
I
and
think
like that's going to be a huge indicator.
Well, he's
of
multiple
his
times
drive
tried to get
from here.
the old Valyrian tradition of multiple marriages, and no one would do it.
Yeah.
So he had to get rid of his first one.
So
including the lady he tried
It-
to multiple marry.
right
Yes.
now it feels like Daemon is playing the game much better than everyone else. Daemon is playing the best version of the Game of Thrones right now. He's making all the right moves. He's not winning it, but he's making the right moves. to
He's
get there.
playing the long game.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not just gonna go in gun or dragons a blazing, and he's like, I'm gonna go step by step by step.
Yeah, you can see
That's
his
possible.
through line.
I do want to talk about Alicent and kind of like what originally watching it seemed like, are you really just doing this because Rhaenyra lied to you about losing her virginity? But there was this scene between her and her father in which Otto tells her that you need to push for your son Aegon to be king because he says if Rhaenyra still thinks she's going to be queen, then she will have to kill your children to maintain
Because
her
the
claim.
land will be at war. It's completely out of her hands, too. Like, people in the land will not accept her, like Rhaenys said. They're not going to accept you. They will put the whole realm to fire before they do. And in order to quelch that, she will need to kill her rivals.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Do we
we
think-
should know at this point where we're headed to, which is big conflict, big civil
Dance of
war.
Dragons, yeah.
Everything's going to be up for grabs. Yeah, and,
Especially because I'm sorry.
and no, and we're just seeing the tension in the kingdom being ratcheted up.
Yeah.
Ratcheted
Well,
up.
especially because they keep cutting to the king coughing up blood,
nearly
He's-
dying.
How is that guy still crawling over the finish line at this point?
Right, like
Because it's his excellently bad wig.
No.
Like, they're so
No,
good.
his
no.
at being
exceedingly
stringy.
receding
yeah,
wig.
They're like
That
best
actor,
wigs.
whatever you think of the
It's
character,
his arcane focus.
Yeah.
that
It's a
actor
really
is
good wig.
amazing in this role. Patty Considine.
Yeah, he's. I
he is
love.
amazing in this role. I'm glad he hasn't kicked the
I
bucket
love,
just to get more of him.
I love all the memes of like poor Viserys dealing with his family. He just keeps trying to make things be peaceful and okay, and Rhaenyra and Daemon are screwing it all up. Now Alicent is too.
Yeah,
Just want to have a
yes.
party.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, like, by
You
default-
ruined my hunt. You ruined my wedding.
By-
Let me have
By
fun.
default, this is the best king we have ever seen in a live action version of all
What
Game of
happens if
Thrones.
he
Like,
gets
think
pissed
about
off,
it.
though? He
Um,
truly gets pissed off and says to hell with it.
He
Should-
fired Hightower. We already kind of saw.
I
that.
disagree. I think Bran's a great king, but we're not arguing that right
Okay.
now. Let's go.
let's talk about the green. All right, so I'm gonna drink because I'm gonna reference the books.
First 49
Well, okay,
pages.
well, no. Like, I
haven't
didn't
been
get
drinking.
this detail. So, what happens in the books? Like, now we see like lines in the sand have been drawn. Hightower is going with Alicent. Rhaenyra has
Herself.
Driftmark,
Yeah, she's got the Corlises.
the Corlises and stuff. So,
And the Strongs.
And
Yeah. But
so
Damon also maybe has the Corlises. We're not sure about
Corlises
that.
or Valerians? I'm confused.
Well, I guess I'm sorry, Valerians.
Lord.
Okay.
oh yeah,
Corliss.
Corliss is his first
Lord
name.
Corliss.
Yeah.
Corliss
Lord
is his
Corliss.
first name.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
yeah, Valerians.
So in the books, now that they've kind of chosen sides, they are referred to as the Greens and the Blacks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but I missed the tiny detail that talked about why they were called the Greens and the Blacks. Well, now they brought up the green. Green is what they would wear, or that's the color that the flame would burn
It's the color
at
of the flame in
Hightower.
Hightower when they call the banners.
Yeah, so why Rhaenyra's people are called the Blacks, I don't know.
'Cause
Maybe
they
they'll.
burn everything.
Maybe, yeah. It's like an ash.
Yeah, but I was really glad to finally hear that tiny detail about that. And she did make an entrance there because everyone kind of made an entrance there, but she waited until the king was talking and then literally interrupted his speech to walk in, which I swear, like, the shots of Alicent walking in were like from the same angles as when Cersei Lannister
Yeah.
was taking the throne for herself in that scene.
So I wanted to. I don't know if you have other things that are really important,
Not
but
particularly.
you
We
have
have
it written
5
at the
minutes.
bottom.
It's
But
very
I want to
So-
talk about the time jump.
The time, yes, I wrote in big
Upcoming.
letters.
Well,
on
hold
my-
on.
well, before
Let's get to the scuffle at the end of the feast.
Hold on. What
Wait,
did you have, Andy?
Theater before.
Well, I maybe kind of same thing because and I got book spoilers off of the internet.
Don't
but,
talk about the book spoilers.
What?
Don't talk about the book spoilers.
Where
So the
You're
beards-
eating our 5 minutes.
So the
So-
beards completely screwed
So,
up this feast.
but I'm not talking about the book spoilers. I'm
That's
just
okay,
saying
as long as you
I
don't
have
reveal 'em, it's
information that I
fine.
feel like I can point out something that happens anyway.
Go, Andrew, go.
The Strongs. The Strongs. I think it's important that Lionel Strong sent his son to go get Rhaenyra out of
The fracas.
the fracas. It wasn't just save her. I think he made a point.
Cute one, go.
Yeah, he was like.
the internet's daddy, man.
Yeah, I mean, this just goes along with my theory that basically Lionel is our new Peter Baelish. It's like everything he does is with purpose. He didn't just think, "Oh, go save the princess." He's like, "Go save the princess."
I don't trust his
Well, like,
sniveling, club-footed younger
And-
son.
and
that
I-
guy's up to some shit.
And he's a little bit like, well, in the video I watched reviewing this episode, he was kind of compared to Peter Baelish's opposite, Varys.
Oh, Varys.
A little bit, in the way he was being manipulative.
Well, what happened in this episode? We saw there was a puppet master power vacuum for Varys. So
Yeah.
Hightower's out. Somebody else has to fill that role because Hightower was very much pushing,
Otto, I
like
think you
we've
mean
seen
Otto.
the Grand Maester
Otto
pushing
Hightower.
and doing his thing. The king is being manipulated in little ways. Hightower being dismissed. There's now a puppet master power vacuum that Strong is definitely sliding into. It
I've got a
seems.
question back to the wedding dinner. Who, because we know that we've got sides now, we've got disputed groups. Who started the fracas at the wedding?
Oh, that was
I-
Cersei.
I'm gonna
It was-
say-
it was
I mean,
no, it
Cersei
was
Was
No,
that- was that
it's
Strong?
no.
Was that
It's
Kristen?
I'm gonna
Was
say
that-
it is
Okay,
the-
time.
The beards
Everybody's
have
talking.
it up.
Mark, go first.
the biggest buzzkill, biggest pussy in the whole show, Sir Kristen Cole.
Agreed. I really like that guy for the first 5 seconds.
Well, the way they set it up, is it looked like Daemon and Rhaenyra or whatever, and all of a sudden there was a fight. So you thought maybe someone went after Daemon, and it was Sir Kristen who went after
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
Yeah.
Again, that down to the
Okay.
editing, how brilliant the editing
Thomas.
was.
The beards fucked it all up.
Yeah.
Kristen
No,
Cole was
specifically
a
Kristen
white
Cole.
knight.
And also
Who
that
got his heart broke.
that Joffrey was definitely like, oh hey, we got the hookup, right? We gonna fuck
Yeah,
the
That
he
guy-
was
hold
just
on.
trying to like make
That
a
guy was a
connection.
complete
But, like,
fuck.
He was a
You-
dick.
I would wait a little bit before I made that connection. I would wait until you're very positive that all 4 parties are comfortable until you bring that shit up at a party.
So
like,
was Kristen goaded?
The rules of polycules
No,
are
no,
very
because he was
important.
already heated on the boat. He was
His-
already heated.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be
His-
the mistress.
He didn't
wanted
wanna be
to
the
marry
mistress.
his love.
Can I add really quickly that there's a bunch of memes on the internet being like, there's one guy who could have been his Queen's side chick and never complained, and then it's just pictures of Jorah Mormont.
when his honor came into question, and he's so young and still green, even as a knight, he couldn't let it. It led him to the Godswood at the end of the episode.
He was
where
already
Alicent stopped.
the only way he felt like he could stop feeling insanely guilty about breaking his vows is if they ran off together. And she was like, "No, just keep breaking your vows. We'll have fun." He couldn't handle it.
What a baby!
He was too nice of a guy and trying to keep his honor intact.
He was nice guy.
Hold on. He was too nice or honorable of a man in that time and was living up to that ideal to the point that he was about to commit seppuku or kill himself in the Godswood because he had completely thrown his vow away in his eyes, and clearly he got stopped. I hope in the time jump he is now with Olivia Cook, the new Alicent.
Yes.
I hope she has taken him under his wing because that would be a waste.
Are we gonna get any young ones at the beginning, or are we
We
doing
don't know.
a time jump when we start? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm asking, what do
think
y'all
we're-
think?
Well, I think we're officially starting with the time jump.
I think they might just
I think
dive
we'll get a
right
little-
into it.
I want a little more.
There can always be flashbacks later.
No, I think that there
No,
was
they're not gonna do
posts by the
flashbacks.
official
I mean,
Game
we're
of
gonna
Thrones
have to
saying goodbye.
They're somehow gonna have to explain to us what Alicent said to Kristen.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sure we'll
that's
get some-
that's what monologues are for.
Yeah.
Did you have one last thing? You had your.
I just wanted to say, like, again, because I keep talking about the editing, this is how great it was. So when I was rewatching it, I was like, okay, this is not a love triangle. This is not even a love quadrilateral. It was certainly a love pentagon because I was like, Rhaenyra is looking at Kristen, Laenor's looking at Joffrey, Daemon's looking at Rhaenyra. There's like everyone, like literally this huge.
There's Lenore. There's
What is
Rhaenyra.
it- what
I
is
There's
think
Daemon.
it was a 7 pointed
It was like
star.
a love pentagon.
Or is it
happening.
more like a love pentagram?
Just
Is it
Is it a
stars?
so many
pentagram or
eyes.
is it maybe a septagram?
You tell us in the comments. Is it a
Oh,
pentagram?
oh,
is it a
and
pentagon?
then interjected with Alicent glaring at everyone, and the king just like
The
King's
poor
just in there eating. He's like,
no,
"I'm
he's
gonna-"
taking it out on that foul, man.
No,
He was-
no, I kept saying,
In front of my
oh God,
salad?
he's dead. This episode, I kept saying, oh God, he's dead to Viserys over and over again.
I say that every episode.
that rushed wedding after the fight
Oh,
broke
yeah.
out, that was
It's like,
so
we're
messed
still having
up.
the wedding. Let's go.
That
Yeah.
was so messed up, and then he passed out, and then we see him in the preview for tonight's
Yeah.
episode. I'm like, he lives.
I will
Still
say,
not
I
dead.
will
can't
say,
believe he's still
I'm
during
not
that
dead
wedding,
yet.
yeah, during that wedding though, you
Feel
didn't
good.
see Rhaenyra, or you didn't see
Rhaena.
Rhaena or
Rhaenys.
Rhaenys.
Rhaenys or Corlys.
Yeah, you didn't
I didn't
see
see
you didn't
Rhaenys
see
or
either of
Corlys
them
in that wedding.
all weepy that their partners were dead or killing each other or doing anything like that.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
to think about.
Oh, I see
Joffrey
what
got
you mean.
hamburger eyes.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
God.
I think that's.
All right.
I don't know. Someone said they didn't see Alicent, but in a clip I saw Alicent was there. We can maybe go look at that while we're having dinner.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we will be here in 1 hour at 9:10. Actually, so an hour and about 20 minutes. Watching
12 minutes.
episode 6. So 9:10. Check out our live stream. We're gonna be watching it for the first time. You guys go watch it, enjoy it. Come back, watch us react to it. We're super excited. Take us out, Andrew.
No
All
spoilers.
right, we're the Knights of Drunk Watch.
And
now
now
our talk has ended. No spoilers. Have fun. Okay. Hold
No
on, I
truck
gotta
nuts
stop the
either.
Video.
Sorry, I'm more concerned with food.
We're all
Well,
concerned
I-
that we're all concerned that you're concerned with food. Like, is it?
I don't know
Well,
why
I
I don't
gotta
do that and
do
just
all
let
right
you
for
do it from now
Bowls
on.